Log on to Coin TV's Channel 6000 website at coin.com.
Tonight, through the use of the sports machine, the Dirty Birds fly higher than the Saints in the NFL. The thrill-a-minute never-say-die Cardinals have to go right to the limit to stay alive. In a battle of the world's greatest golfers, the U.S. proves to be no match down under. I'm George Michael. He wanted to be a great football player. He became the greatest drag racer of all. Tonight on the Sports Machine. What a day for New York football fans. You know, John Elway has pulled off so many incredible comebacks. But today, after 18 straight victories, Elway's Broncos sort of run out of luck. They fall victim to the Giant Killers. That's the New York Giants, to be exact. The Giants come up with some late-game heroics. They upset the previously unbeaten Broncos 20-16. That loss, of course, destroys the Broncos' hopes of becoming the first NFL team to go undefeated since the famous 1972 Dolphins were in the Meadowlands, where Giants faithful were ready to rumble just like the good old days against the Broncos. If you remember that helmet when the Giants were good, you remember guys like Y.A. Tittle. In the second quarter, the Giants trail 6-3. That's Kent Graham to Tiki Barber, number 21, to the end zone on a 21-yard touchdown. The Giants take a shocking 10-6 lead over the Broncos. Now in the fourth quarter, the Broncos trail 13-9. Terrell Davis, who had been sick before the game, suffering from the flu, he breaks loose behind some great blocking for a 27-yard touchdown run. 147 yards on the day. Despite the flu, it was 16-13 the Broncos. But on this day, the heroics go to that man, Kent Graham. Just 48 seconds left. Giants trail 16-13. Kent Graham has all day. He puts it high in the air for Amani Toomer. Toomer goes up against Tito Paul, and Toomer comes down. Hey, there's 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot. What is the referee waiting for? That's a touchdown. He says, no, touchdown. Thank goodness for the back judge, folks, or we'd have had instant replay headlines tomorrow. Broncos' 18-game winning streak comes to an end. If it was the Broncos' goal to go undefeated, that is now history.
It was a goal of ours, but I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't our main goal. I mean, our main goal is to be world champs and get the trophy. So, you know, yeah, if we would have been undefeated, it would have been a nice, you know, throw in there. But, you know, now we're not. The season's not going down the drain. I know that.
We've been saying all week we had a good chance. All you got to do is believe in yourself. And this is good proof that if you believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything.
Giants win 20-16. Broncos now 13-1. Kent Graham got to be the toast of the Big Apple for a time forever. The Force is with those who follow him on the drag strip. He's the king of the world. And here's tonight's 10-10-220 trivia question. Who was the last running back to lead the NCAA and NFL in rushing in consecutive years?
When I bite into a York peppermint patty, I get the sensation I'm riding the luge, racing at over 100 miles per hour as the wind whips over my body.
York peppermint patty. Get the sensation.
Walk over there and I'll take a picture.
Introducing the incredible power of new Duracell Ultra.
That's lovely, Julian. That's lovely. Wait a minute. By the statue.
Now cameras get faster flashes, up to 100 more pictures.
That's it. Lovely. Let yourself go.
New Duracell Ultra with a concentrated power force to give more life to your high-tech devices.
Yes. Work it. Work it.
New Duracell Ultra. More power, more life.
Can your camera take 3 different picture sizes whenever you want? Is your film as easy to load as this? And are your favorite pictures as easy to find as this? Advantix. Drop-in film loading, index print, and 3 picture sizes. The Kodak Advantix camera. Advantix cameras start at under $40.
What's the real fun of cookie making? Decorating. So leap to the fun part faster with Pillsbury. Roll it out, cut it out, then have some holiday fun with Pillsbury Sugar Cookie Dough, the fast way to a big finish.
Today,
in the Atlantic Fleet,
on board USS Enterprise, character was forged. Valor was commended.
Minds were enlightened.
Lessons were learned.
Fears were conquered.
Worlds were discovered.
Honor was defined.
Courage was found.
Commitment was sealed.
Today on board USS Enterprise,
Over 5,000
journeys began anew.
What did you do?
What did you do today?
Call 1-800-USA-Navy. Let the journey begin.
You know who's going to be rooting for the 49ers to lose to the Lions tomorrow night, don't you? Darn right, the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons win their 7th straight game. They beat the Saints 27-17. The Falcons can clinch their first NFC West crown in 18 years if the 49ers lose tomorrow night. Let me take you to New Orleans, where, speaking of playoffs, the Saints are celebrating the fact that the Saints are still in the hunt for a wild card playoff shot. We're in the first quarter. Falcons lead the Saints 7-0. You know that man, Chris Chandler, quarterback for the Falcons. Now watch what happens when he hits Terrence Mathis. Two would-be tacklers, Tyrone Drakeford and Sammy Knight, both go down. 62 yards goes Terrence Mathis for the touchdown. The Falcons jump on top of the Saints 14-0, but when it's a Mike Ditka team, don't count out the defense. Third quarter, Falcons lead 17-7. Chris Chandler drops back. Here comes Keith Mitchell on the blitz. Fumble, loose football. Mark Fields will scoop it up out of that pile and head for the end zone. 35 yards for Mark Fields. The Saints were trailing the Falcons by only 3 points. But unlike Falcons teams of the past, this Chris Chandler-led team does come back in the fourth quarter, leading just 20-17. Chris Chandler, again it's Terrence Mathis. This time he goes right by Chad Cota. He's gone. 63 yards for the touchdown. Mathis with 6 catches, 198 yards. Falcons over the Saints, 27-17. Falcons have won 7 in a row. Started out as a wild game with an NFL record 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the first quarter. Then the Vikings took over as the Vikings get 26 points off of 6 Baltimore Raven turnovers. The Vikings down the Ravens 38-28. Let me take you up to Raven Stadium in the first quarter. Now the Ravens in purple lead 7-6. The Ravens' Patrick Johnson takes this kickoff at his own 3-yard line. He gets a little block, sees a huge hole, and goes 97 yards. The Vikings special team gets burned big time. But wait, what we give, we take back. For on the ensuing kickoff, the Vikings' David Palmer takes this kickoff at his 12-yard line. You notice he waits just long enough for all the blocking to set up, and then David Palmer is off and running. David Palmer will go 88 yards. 3 kick returns for touchdowns in the first quarter alone. That's a new NFL record. Then we go further and keep on going till you get to finally the man, Randall Cunningham and Randy Moss. Vikings lead 15-14. Randall Cunningham for the rookie Randy Moss. Throwing off of his back foot, Randall puts it up where only Randy can get it, a 17-yard touchdown. The Vikings over the Ravens 38-28. Randall Cunningham is hot, and there's your Rookie of the Year. It was your typical Veteran Stadium type game for the Philadelphia Eagles, except for one thing. For the first time in 2 years, Veteran Stadium was not sold out. Those that did show up, they booed Santa Claus because he missed a field goal, and then watched as the Eagles lose in overtime to the Cardinals 20-17. Let me take you to the Vet, the city of brotherly love. Final play of the first quarter. The Eagles trail 3-0. Coy Detmer, Eagles quarterback. He's looking and he throws. Oh, picked off by right to him. Right to Tommy Bennett, the safety of the Cardinals, who goes untouched 70 yards for the touchdown. 10-0, the Cardinals leading the Eagles, and those who were there were not happy. Now in the fourth quarter, it's tied 10-10. Coy Detmer looking for Irving Fryer. This may have been the best pass of the day by Detmer. Oh, what a great throw. 26-yard touchdown. Eagles jump on top, 17-10. Coy Detmer, I see you doing another Brett Favre imitation, man. 6 minutes to go in the game. The Cardinals, with that man, Jake Plummer at quarterback, are trailing 17-10. Jake Plummer will roll to the right. Some say Rob Moore didn't get this, that he got it off of the AstroTurf. Watch for yourself. It's clean. That's in the money. That's a touchdown. The Cardinals would go into overtime, beat the Eagles 20-17. If the Cardinals win their last 2 games, they go to the playoffs. Here's the answer to tonight's 10-10-220 trivia question. Who was the last running back to lead the NCAA and the NFL in rushing in consecutive years? And the answer is George Rogers with South Carolina and the Saints.
Hey, are you one of those guys who doesn't mind spending $30 on a baseball hat with a revolving red light on it, but you get all upset when you look at the phone bill? Well, I can't help you with the hat, but the phone bill? Aha, 10-10-220. You dial 10-10-220 and you pay only 99 cents for all calls up to 20 minutes. After that, it's only 10 cents a minute. And there's no catch, no fees, no contracts. Nobody's trying to trick you. 10-10-220. Save a little money. Use it to buy batteries for the hat.
Circuit City wants to make sure that you really enjoy your new camcorder. Whether it's a high 8, compact VHS, or even a digital. We'll show you how to work it, and you'll always get a great low price.
Right now, all camcorders are on sale at Circuit City. Like this Panasonic compact VHS palmcorder, just $369.99. And get this Sharp 3-disc mini audio system with remote for just $119.99. Plug into low prices all over the store at Circuit City.
It seems people are finding the Men's Warehouse a good place to do their holiday shopping. After all, we have just the kind of things people are looking for, from tuxedos to stocking stuffers. And because we carry many of the same designer brands as department stores, but for 20 to 30% less, it's easy to find the perfect gift for practically anyone, including yourself.
The Men's Warehouse.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
1-800-776-SUIT.
Tell me about Ron Tonkin and the car on the bridge.
The car on the bridge is symbolic of the id, wanting, needing something. When the car Ron Tonkin wanted drove away, an example. This is Ron's psyche, his childlike longing for the car on the bridge. This is the car abandoning him. Car, psyche. Is it any wonder the man feels such a deep-seated need to help everyone get the car he or she wants? Can you imagine the pain?
So, Delmar, how many chickens have you got on this farm?
50,000.
Wow. Sometimes you get so busy on the farm, you ever miss having breakfast?
Sometimes we'll have breakfast for dinner, yeah.
Well, how about IHOP's new scrambles? Our ranch scramble is stuffed with ham, tomato, and onion, then smothered with cheese. Served with hash browns and IHOP's famous buttermilk pancakes.
I'd like to try it.
So this is Cliff in America's Heartland, reminding you that any time's a great time for breakfast at IHOP. So, Delmar, which did come first, then, the chicken or the egg?
I don't know.
Well, the upset of the day goes to the Rams, who shocked the Patriots 32-18 for only the 4th win of the year for the Rams. Let's go out to St. Louis. In the 3rd quarter, that's Steve Bono in for the injured Tony Banks, a quarterback for the Rams. They trail the Patriots 18-17. Bono to June Henley. It's a reverse to Azir Akeem, who heads up on the right side and goes 34 yards. Nobody gets him. Touchdown. The Patriots are upset by the Rams, 32-18. Who would have thought it possible? What a game for Steve Bono, who comes in. Dick Vermeil says, now this is what I enjoy coaching about. We're in Buffalo. The Raiders trail the Bills 30-7. That's Raiders quarterback Wade Wilson. It was not a good game for the Raiders again. Boy, since they were in playoff contention, they've done a swan dive, right? Wade Wilson gets hit from behind, loose football, bouncing around, picked up by Phil Hansen. Go ahead, Phil. He's only got to stumble 11 yards, which he does for the touchdown. The Bills roll over the Raiders, 44-21. Did you like it? Wait, I knew it would be an enjoyable day for you. We're in Jacksonville. Look at number 9. That's quarterback Steve McNair, who's standing on top of Kevin Hardy. Kevin says, get off of me. And then McNair says, hey, where's the penalty? Not when you're holding the guy down, Steve. With 8 seconds left in the game, it's tied 13-13. The Oilers' Al Del Greco is lined up for a game-winning 41-yard field goal. Hey, when he first hit this, didn't look like it's going to go wide left, but it barely gets in. 41-yard game winner. Oilers upset the Jaguars 16-13. Tom Coughlin thought it wasn't any good. Then as he gets down, he says, oh, no. Thought for sure it was going to be wide. In Tampa Bay. 3rd quarter of the game, that's Cordell Stewart, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. They trail the Buccaneers 6-3. Cordell Stewart throwing, I think this pass should have been caught, but that's beside the point. It's picked off by John Lynch. John Lynch, who has come back from injury so well, comes across, gets up to around midfield, and then gets taken down. So Lynch with the interception. You know, for Cordell Stewart, that meant he had to go over to the bench and talk to Bill Cowher. And what do you think their conversation? Oh, Cordell Stewart and Bill Cowher, some serious words. Cordell is benched. The Buccaneers beat the Steelers 16-3. Cordell says, wait a minute, I got one more word I want to say for you. Cordell, not on the sideline, man. You do that in the office on Monday, brother. You know what I mean? Let's move up to Green Bay. Cordell Stewart, not a happy camper. In Green Bay, fourth quarter, Packers lead the Bears 16-13. That's right. The Packers have only a 3-point lead over the Bears. Brett Favre says, a little slingshot, please. Look at that slingshot toss to Antonio Freeman, who's headed to the end zone. 13-yard TD. The Packers down the Bears 26-20. The Pack is now 9-5. Brett Favre says, hey, this is my time of the year. Now we're ready for a little football up here at Lambeau. Let's enjoy ourselves. In Carolina, the man in the blue jacket is the Panthers defensive coach. That's Kevin Steele chewing out Kevin Green. Now, Kevin Green, remember, wrestled in the WCW. Say, don't tell me. Oh, no, Kevin, you don't want to do that. Kevin, that can get you waived, it can get you traded, it can get you kicked out of the house. But Kevin Green stayed in the game and played well. In fact, some said maybe that helped fire the Panthers up. Third quarter, Trent Green and the Redskins are clinging to a 4-point lead, 21-17. Trent Green will look, he'll throw for that man, the rookie tight end, Steven Alexander with great extension. 17-yard TD. Redskins over the Panthers, 28-25. Trent Green has solidified himself as the starting quarterback for the Redskins. In Kansas City, oh, do the fans love the referees. Hey, anybody that's going to work that hard has to love the officials, doesn't he? I understand your message, but I think it was a creative design. Third quarter, the Chiefs are leading the Cowboys 10-3. That's Rich Gannon. Now, is this a design play or is he supposed to pass? Rich Gannon rolls left. There's nobody there. He said, well, if there's nobody here, I might as well walk into the end zone. Was that a design bootleg? If it was, good call, Marty. Chiefs beat the Cowboys 20-17 in a mild upset at Arrowhead. In Seattle, fourth quarter, that's Ryan Leaf at quarterback for the Chargers, in for Craig Wheelahan, who had thrown 5 interceptions. Ryan Leaf looking, watch out, Ryan, from the blind side. Matt Labonte hits him. Loose football. Cortez Kennedy, the opportunist, picks up the ball. Cortez Kennedy will rumble for 39 yards for the touchdown. The Chargers turned the ball over 8 times. That's not possible, but they did. 8 turnovers. The Seahawks win. Dennis loves it. 38-17, Seahawks over the Chargers. In Indianapolis, does this not look like a KC Masterpiece rib-eating special? I mean, it's everybody. Oh, man, that's good. I hope those are Bobby Rubino or Tony Roma ribs. I could eat them all day. Fourth quarter, the Colts lead 24-12. Peyton Manning, another good game, and this time it produces victory. On the pump fake, Peyton puts it up for Torrance Small. 16-yard touchdown. The Colts doing the Bengals 39-26, and Peyton Manning finally leaves the field saying, yeah, this is why I'm here. In golf, it's being described as the massacre in Melbourne. The international teams win their first President's Cup by crushing the American team. Let me take you to Melbourne, Australia, down under. The shot of the day took place on the very first hole. This is Joe Ozaki. He's from Japan on his first hole. This is his approach shot. The international team had shots like this from Joe Ozaki. Oh, yeah. International team swamps the USA for the President's Cup 20.5 to 11.5. Congratulations to him. While the Northwest Missouri State team captured the Division II football crown and Mount Union won a 3rd straight Division III title, our Prime Star Play of the Week features a buzzer beater on the hardwood. We're in Pittsburgh. The final seconds that follow this. Pittsburgh in white leads Connecticut 69-68. But the inbound pass is errant by Pittsburgh. Kevin Freeman saves it. Connecticut's Khalid Aline. Watch this play. Khalid in the lane. He puts it in. Hits the game-winning jumper, and then watches as Pitt comes in with a desperation final shot that's no good. Top-ranked Connecticut edges Pittsburgh 70-69, earns our Prime Star Play of the Week. And as we continue our 15th anniversary celebration tonight, we're going to salute John Force. Over the past 15 years, we've had some of the wildest races in history. It was just a few years ago, in 1993, that a drag racer by the name of Doug Herbert in Topeka Nationals miraculously suffered only a slight concussion. NHRA's wildest moments. You've seen them here on the Sports Machine.
Charlie, you know how we're always trying to find something to watch?
Yeah?
Well, now we can get Prime Star satellite TV installed for just $49.
Oh.
$49? This could be the greatest thing that ever happened to us.
$49 installed, Chuck. Think of the movies.
Movies? Chuck, think of the sports.
Let's get it.
Okay. He's gonna get it. All right.
Right now, get Prime Star installed for just $49. Call 1-800-PRIME-STAR or visit your local Radio Shack.
What you eating, little brother? Chicken and stars. There's a better tasting soup. Progresso chicken noodle. All white meat chicken. Bigger veggies. See the difference?
Good stuff.
Told ya. Nice shirt.
Discover the better taste of Progresso.
From a special place where chocolate is everything comes Hershey's Pot of Gold box chocolates. Almonds, caramels, and pecans nestled in beds of chocolate. Hershey's Pot of Gold.
Friends, how would you like to own the best-built motorhome in America, Winnebago, at a bargain price? You can at Adventure RV Center in Vancouver. Here's a Class A basement model with generator and roof air for only $44,950. A new Class C Mini Winnie, only $900 down and $349 per month. Or a new diesel pusher with slide out, only $92,950. Adventure RV Center, you're going to love the way we sell RVs.
Did you know that credit unions can make a scene like this possible for you? Looks like you're getting ready to go on vacation.
We are. We're taking our grandkids to Hawaii. We're enjoying our retirement thanks to the credit union.
We're also teaching our kids to start saving now. Life is full of unexpected surprises, and it's always nice to know that our credit union is there to help.
Credit unions are for kids, too. Call or join a credit union today. Credit unions, more bank for the buck.
To join a credit union, call 972-INFO, extension 7000.
Coin 6 News and Fullerton and Company Insurance would like to thank everyone who supported our Project Happy Holidays food drive. Over 30,000 pounds of food and $8,500 were raised to help the Sunshine Divisions provide Christmas food boxes for those in need. We'd also like to thank Kraft Foods and Toblerone Chocolates for their generous support. So from all of us at Coin 6 News, thank you for making the holidays brighter for everyone.
Happy Holidays!
Welcome back to the Sports Machine. You know, every sport has its unique characters. And the National Hot Rod Association has John Force. Not only has he won more championships than anybody else in motorsports, this man has a personality that seems to be fueled with the same high octane that fuels his funny car. Let's go to Yorba Linda, California. He is the first 8-time champion in motorsports. As a kid, all John Force wanted was to be a football player. But a childhood bout with polio robbed him of fast legs. He was 0-29 as a high school quarterback. He had no future in football, but he loved wearing a helmet. So he turned to the world of drag racing. John Force and his Castrol GTX car are the most exciting attraction in racing. He pushes his cars to the brink of destruction. Putting on a show can become just as important as winning the race. Miraculously, he has never suffered a serious injury, thanks to his instincts, the safety of the cars, and the NHRA Safety Safari.
Most of the people watching are not drag racing fans, so they right away say, why does he do it? No dollar can be worth it.
I've always joked, George, about it being a bullfight. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think if they took the fear element out of it, I wouldn't do it. And I know that's stupid because I've really sat down and seriously watched the videos. I've seen my children at the races with tears in their eyes because it was upsetting. My wife doesn't even want to go anymore. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, they take the fear element out of it, there's no reason to do it.
May 17th, 1992, Memphis, Tennessee. John Force, on the left, in his Castrol GTX Fuel Funny car, is engulfed at planes at 286 miles per hour. He skids off the drag strip. His burned-out frame goes into the dirt pit. At first, John Force thought his number was up. How ironic that it should occur in the city of his idol. His idol was Elvis.
Here I was looking up the track, and next thing I knew, I had hit the wall, and I could see faces of people sitting on campers. And I thought,
opened them pearly gates. Johnny is coming home. And I thought, it's over. And then it went in over end, and next thing I knew, I was crawling out on my hands and knees. And there was a media guy there that was doing his first race, and he was in total shock. And he was like trying to interview, and he was yelling, and I'm trying to get the smoke out of my lungs. And he said, what did you see? And I said, I saw Elvis at 1,000 foot. And I was joking, and the next day in all the papers, I mean, USA Today, everybody, all the papers in Memphis, Elvis Presley sightings, and everybody believes that what John Force says is gospel, and they saw him in the laundromats and everywhere, and it just went crazy.
If you're looking for trouble, you came to the right place. If you're looking for trouble, just look right in my face.
It's the last race of 1992 at Pomona, California. John Force would tempt fate again. His Castrol GTX car was upside down. He would lose the World Championship to Cruz Pedregon. There was immense disappointment for John Force. But he gave his heart to his fans. He survived another wild ride. Once again, he had put on a spectacular show. Although he lost the championship, he learned about pleasing the crowd.
It was a gut ache, it hurt, you know? And when I come out of the car, the first thing I did was I went for the crowd. That's the name of the game. And I went to the roof of the car, and they said it's the only guy in the world stood up, put his hands over his head like he won, and all he did was crash. And I had my hands over my head saying that I'd won, and I saw the crowd. They were going crazy because they like a bullfight. They want to see you get stuck with the horn, and they love me more for that.
John Force is the first man in motorsports history to win 8 world championships. Petty and Earnhardt each won 7. Force doesn't compare himself to those NASCAR legends, but rather he says that off the track, they have a common thread: the love and appreciation of the fans.
I'm in a whole different arena. I don't try to compare myself that they won 4 or I won 8 or Earnhardt won 7 and Richard. We know Gordon's probably going to pass everybody in the real world. But bottom line, I learned from those folks and what was their real thing. Not just driven at the racetrack, but driven with the fans. If you're in a restaurant, I seen Petty stop right in the middle of his meal and sign autographs. So I tell myself, if a fan comes in, he might end up buying this meal, but I'm going to stop and sign for him, because that's what NHRA and NASCAR allows the fans to have. You have that closeness. You can touch this person.
Today, John Force still wishes he could have been a football star. But polio stole his fast legs. Instead, he found speed in the cockpit of his fuel funny car. With that car, John Force has been able to fulfill his childhood dreams.
I think a race car gave me the legs to run, is what I'm saying. So it was a kid that wanted to play football that wasn't fast enough on the ground, but a hot rod made me fast. And that's what gave me I always had the drive. My brother always said I was great. I just didn't have the ability, and a race car gave me that ability. And I took that car and I fought for all these years.
Fate has been truly kind to John Force. For at the age of 49, he still performs like a champion, which if he had been a football player, he could not do at this stage in his life. And he has won more championships than even as a kid he could have ever dreamed of. I want to take a moment to welcome everyone in Los Angeles watching tonight on KNBC. Thank you for letting us be a part of your weekend. May the Force be with you.
For great advice about digital technology, head for Circuit City. If you're looking for a DVD player, make sure you choose one with DivX. Only DVD players with DivX play both DVD and DivX movie discs. DivX lets you watch movies at home for about what it costs to rent, but you never have to return movies or pay late fees. This RCA DVD player with DivX is only $399.99 and get any 5 DivX movies free after rebate. Plug into DivX at Circuit City.
Coin 6 News and Fullerton and Company Insurance would like to thank everyone who supported our Project Happy Holidays food drive. Over 30,000 pounds of food and $8,500 were raised to help the Sunshine Division provide Christmas food boxes for those in need. We'd also like to thank Grocery Outlet, and Standard TV and Appliance for their generous support. So from all of us at Coin 6 News, thank you for making the holidays brighter for everyone.
Happy holidays!
Come on, y'all.
Les Schwab's Oregon Holiday Invitational. High school hoop action at its best. December 19th through 23rd at Lewis and Clark College. Get your tickets at the door.
So, Delmar, how many chickens have you got on this farm?
50,000.
Wow. Sometimes you get so busy on the farm, you ever miss having breakfast?
Sometimes we'll have breakfast for dinner, yeah.
Well, how about IHOP's new scrambles? Our ranch scramble is stuffed with ham, tomato, and onion, then smothered with cheese. Served with hash browns and IHOP's famous buttermilk pancakes.
I'd like to try it.
So this is Cliff in America's Heartland, reminding you that any time is a great time for breakfast at IHOP. So, Delmar, which did come first, then, the chicken or the egg?
I don't know.
The 7-Day Planner, only from Coin 6 Next Rad Weather.